Yeah, he texted us at 8:58. So like basically 9 said I'll be on in 20 minutes.
Cool.
Why? You guys were playing D&D, right?
Yeah, we were doing D&D till like 8:45 maybe.
Oh, okay.
I was just surprised he got on because usually he goes to bed super early.
Yeah, he didn't stay on for
what
that long.
What is this kinky shit on your phone?
Oh,
why is someone spanking Tinkerbell?
Zach sent that, okay? You know the kind of things he says.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, now it makes sense.
Alright, here we go. Welcome to the Nois Bois show. My name is Trevor.
And I'm Austin.
And today, I don't really know what we're going to talk about.
Neither do I. Yeah, the reason why I have like 2 Twitter accounts is because I have...
You just want it separated?
Well, because on my main I'm following 298 people, and on my second account I'm following 432. Like, I follow more people on my second account, but I don't interact with people or anything because it's all about like esports and gaming and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I'd rather just keep that separate. And plus, like, no one else that I'm like actually following on my main account probably like will care about that stuff. So it's like liking or retweeting. Like people don't care. I'm like, I'm not gonna clutter other people's feed with that stuff.
Yeah.
So I keep my main account to like sports, entertainment, and I had one more thing. I don't know, like artists and whatnot, like music. Basically anything that doesn't have to do with gaming. Yeah. I will follow on there.
All right. Do you follow people that you're friends with already?
Yeah, that stuff too. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Now we're here.
I wish there was a way to like have multiple feeds on one account, you know? Like playlists but of people you follow. Right? Because then you could like have a gaming tab, you could have a music tab. Let's start a social media account. A social media platform.
Oh god, what are we gonna call it?
The next Mark Zuckerberg's.
Lizard people?
We can be what's the opposite of face?
Butt.
And what's the opposite
no,
of
that's
butt?
the other face.
Oh.
Butt lazy? Lazy butt. Lazy butt. There we go.
Lazy butt LLC. I like it. That'll be it. That'll be the one.
Our colors have to be blue, like
blue.
like most social medias.
Well, Instagram is like acid.
It used to be blue, isn't it?
No, it was like brown before, wasn't it?
Okay, but even like hashtags and tagging people
Reddit's
is
orange,
blue.
Snapchat's yellow.
Okay, yeah, but the ones that get the most popularity, Twitter, Twitter and Facebook.
Twitch is almost blue.
Tom was telling me that Google has done a study to vary their shades of colors, and he said so. It's like like when you open up Chrome tab out, you have like it's like you can have like a blue. I don't know. There's like I forgot exactly what it was, but he said like so their shades of blue are the optimal shades of blue to get people to interact with things that they want, which I just think is crazy that that's such a minute thing that can actually have an impact on people.
Yeah, there's like color signs and stuff. There's like whole departments for people who just study like the psychology of it. It's weird.
I also am I audio on?
I mean, I guess it makes sense like on a bigger scale, right? Like blue makes you sad, but like the
is that why everyone on Twitter is depressed? I saw a tweet one time that's like everyone.
I think that's just because Twitter is full of Nazis or something.
I saw something on it was a tweet, and it said everyone on Instagram pretends like their life is perfect, but we all on Twitter here know our lives are depressing as fuck.
People need to understand that Instagram is not like a display of anyone's normal life. Oh no! And no one is trying to deceive people. I don't think.
I don't think. Yeah, like I don't post my daily life on.
If I take a picture and it's fucking blurry and it's like raining and it's horrible looking, I'm not gonna. Why would I post it?
No, that's for Twitter. Bad. That's the depressing stuff.
Yeah.
No, Instagram is the whole happy smiles. Like here's, it's okay. If when I think of Instagram, I think of the family with 2 kids, the white picket fence, like
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
the perfect. Are you gonna take some Instagram pictures?
No, I'm not. I just wanted to show you this picture that I took because.
Oh, is this the one that's like an $82 rental? Just it's a drop in the bucket.
What?
The thing you talked about in the group
Oh
meet.
no, I didn't. I'm not buying that.
You're
Screw that. No. So I am in a photography class right now, and we have like our first assignment was just like a scavenger hunt list of like different pictures we should take, like something red, something blue, something furry, something shiny, something like a, and I saw a bird sitting on a branch like by the lake, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try to get closer to that. I was taking a walk with Rebecca, and she's like, hey, whoa, watch out, and like she was like, she worried I was gonna step on something. I looked down, and there's just like a baby bird sitting in the ground, like doing the whole like thing with its mouth where it's trying to get food.
Yeah.
I don't think it was meant to be down there. I think maybe it like tried to fly and just didn't do it. It just failed.
Are you gonna show me a picture of it?
Yeah, I got so close to this thing. I got such cool pictures of it. This is my favorite one. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Ah!
Yeah, he's going.
Ah! Makes you think of
like this isn't
of Zach making his pterodactyl.
This is like barely zoomed in at all. Like that's how close I was to it.
You can see the grease. See that blade of grass right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about it? What are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
You get.
Why are we still recording?
I don't know. What are we doing for this podcast? Is this the podcast? Are we just gonna talk?
Is that a thing?
I can just do an intro now and cut it in at the beginning.
And we'll just have an awkward cut, like.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't talk after the cut.
No, I don't know. What are we doing?
You're interrupting the cut.
What is the podcast?
Oh.
Confiscated.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm confiscating it to myself. Fuck, let's go look at the fucking
let's check
drive.
out the Google Drive.
Oh god, I had a teacher, I think my senior year, and
cool.
Yep, that's the story. He kept referring, like, you just, if you want to call it like Google Drive or whatever, he would be saying on the Google Drive, like it was just.
Oh yeah.
It reminded me of the internship where instead of saying online, they would say on the line.
Oh my god.
And it bothered me so much.
That's like worse than the online. They split up the word
on the line. Yeah, it's because it's Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson, and they're supposed to be. They worked at like some company selling watches, and the whole point is that no one uses watches anymore. Yeah. And like the they go to the old receptionist and they ask what time it is, and she has a watch on. She even pulls out her smartphone. So they try to get an internship at Google to work there, and they basically lie on their resume. And they somehow get, it was like I don't even know what you call it. It was like a competition where you have to be social and whatnot and work in teams, and they're like old and out of the loop. And one of them suggests, oh, you're typing.
I'm just finishing.
And they suggest, we're gonna do movie reviews. They suggest a social media platform where you have a picture and you just share it with all your friends on the line immediately. Yeah. And someone's like Instagram? They're like, what's that? Like it just completely Yeah, they have no idea about any young stuff.
Right. I was I had a sweet mate of mine visit like a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago maybe. And we went to Chicago because everyone who's not from Illinois wants to go to Chicago constantly. Yeah. It was expensive. I regret it.
It's expensive, and you're like, but everyone wants to see the Bean.
Oh, we didn't. I mean, I think he's just from Wisconsin, so he's been there before, but it's been a while.
Okay, but like when other people come,
the Bean's cool.
Yeah, they're like, I want to see the Bean. I'm like, it's a fucking.
It's cool though.
It's a reflective.
I mean, you
bean.
Could just see it on Google. Be fine.
Like, okay, but it's not like one of those things where you have to see it in person. Where it's like once you see it, you're in awe. Yeah. It's like you see it and it's just kind of like, huh.
The only thing worth going to Chicago for is like pizza, probably.
I took when my friends from Ohio were visiting, like they didn't like it. I was like, what do you mean? Like, I love deep dish pizza.
It's how do you not like it?
I don't know.
Great.
Yeah, they were
they just like weirded out that you have to use a fork and a knife to eat it?
I don't know. Well, I use a fork and a knife on the front part because it literally sometimes won't support itself.
Yeah.
And then once I get to the part where
really?
where the crust can support itself, I'll use my hands. Like
yeah, I always use fork and a knife.
No, if I can use my hands, I will.
The only thing that's not good about deep dish is the crust. It's just kind of
boring. What? I like
it's too much.
I know. I like it. I don't mind it at all. But yeah, I've never been one to like use a fork and knife if I don't have to.
Yeah.
And it bothers me so much whenever I go to like a restaurant, like if I go to Steak and Shake with my dad, because like that's like the place that I go with him, and whenever he gets fries, like he uses a fork, and I'm like, it's finger food. Mm-hmm. Like, am I the only one that thinks that's weird?
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Fries. I mean, if they're like messy fries, like if you get in Canada, you get like poutine, or like they're covered in cheese and chili sauce, chili cheese sauce, just chili. I don't know. Anyways, hold on. I gotta tell the story because there was a point to the transition I almost forgot because we were talking about social media, right? I went to Chicago and we met up with my sweet mate's friend who lives in Chicago, and this guy is he likes improv, right? And so we were just walking along the beach for like an hour, and the
lovely beach of Chicago.
Yeah, we go from Navy Pier to like a certain beach, Oak Street Beach, I think. And then we turn around and walk back to the car, and he's like, "We should spend the entire walk back just ad-libbing our social media ideas like we're crazy people." Right? And so we spend the entire like mile and a half walk back just like shouting out like all these just like instant ideas of what we should do for social media. Like, we gotta get to the people, we gotta inspire, we gotta educate, here's what we do. We take family and we put it online. We get it in their heads, we throw out the old, in with the new, just like yelling, like just flash words.
Since no one can see what happened, you had like a foot-long thing of saliva coming out.
That's what was happening, dude. We were going crazy.
I wasn't looking at you at first, and I turned around and just see spit, and you're just going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know why I thought that was funny.
Yeah, no. So we basically just made ourselves look like we were like.
And, like, did you try to have
needed help in the head?
Were you trying to have like that, like a corporate like tone to you?
No, we weren't trying to sound professional. We were just not trying to sound like people who were completely blind to the fact that they sound like lunatics.
Out with the old, in with the new.
Just like buzzwords, all these like flashy phrases.
Boom!
Boom!
Business is boom.
What was the one video where they were like, the internet is scary or something?
Oh, the guy with the sign that says technology.
Yeah,
says, why are people afraid of technology?
Technology!
He just walked up to people with a sign and goes, technology, and just like shouts it at them and shows them the sign.
Oh,
it's like that reminds me of like a Vine where some some woman walks around a corner on some city block, and a guy just screams. She goes, "Ah, fuck you!"
Oh man, I love that.
Is there a theme to this episode? Is it just random?
Have we
rants?
started? Are we just talking? I don't know what to talk about.
I don't know. I feel like
we're gonna run out of fuel.
It could just be
without a theme.
Us talking.
The title can just be I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll just do like, isn't there like a series of letters and symbols that just look like a guy shrugging?
Yeah.
That could be the title. I don't know. I don't think that'll work very well for the metadata, like search visibility, but it's okay.
On the alphanumeric.
Yeah, I know. People are gonna have to type in just like a shrugging man in ASCII to find our episode.
Oh God, we're professionals.
Yeah. So how have you been? It's been a little bit. We recorded an episode with Trevor K, and we're gonna record an episode with Luke soon.
You're right. Yes, we will be recording an episode with Luke soon after his trip.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as he gets back.
Right.
Yeah. We're just breaking multiple timelines.
We don't pre-record anything.
Well, we pre-record everything, but always in order.
Yeah, always. Well, I just thought it was funny because I didn't know that the order we recorded them wasn't the order you were going to release them in, because I would be asking about something. I was like, oh yeah, so how like this episode is going to go up, right? He's like, oh, actually that's going to come up in 4 weeks, because in 2 weeks is when this other one's. I'm like what? He's like, yeah, we're recording them out of order. I'm like, God damn.
I'm just trying to make us not have 2 guest episodes in a row. That's
yeah,
it. Everything else just is the order that we recorded in. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just hoping that Reddit gives me something to talk about.
I mean, I have things that I could talk about, but I just feel like I would rather save them for themed episodes, you know?
Yeah, that's true. So anyways, it's been like a couple weeks since we hung out, right? What have you been up to?
Well, part-time job, looking for a seasonal job, doing yard work. I don't know. I feel like I'm busier than I think I am, but I had Brianna here for 5 days, so that took up all of my time then. I don't know. Doing
nothing very eventful.
Not like extraordinary, but like working on coaching things for trying to get experience and whatnot.
I have a couple school stories I can share.
Back to school.
That are entertaining. So I'm doing summer school right now at a community college, and no offense to anyone in community college, because it's a very good financial decision, but it feels to me like the level of knowledge of people in community college compared to a regular college is like a huge difference. Like I feel like people a lot of the times are just they say some very interesting things. Let's just call it that. So
wait, are you talking about the students or professors?
The students.
Okay.
Like so I'm in a ceramics class, right?
Ceramics.
Yeah, like clay, pottery, you know. And the first exercise that we do in that class is to make a sphere of clay, right?
Okay.
So we get a ball of clay, cut it in half into like 2 semicircles or semi-domes, I guess the word would be. This isn't gonna... Yeah. Like
you want to put some graphics on
half 2 halves of a sphere. Right?
Yeah.
And then you need to like hollow it out to make like 2 hollow halves of spheres and then stick them together to make like a big sphere that's hollow. That was the exercise, right? It was just like, yeah. Okay. This is not going to look good for either of us, the way the story's going. Anyways.
I don't know what's going on.
The purpose was just to like learn how to like score and put clay together and stuff. But anyways, the teacher was explaining that we were going to make a sphere of clay. And one of the people in my class, one of these people, this specific person being like a 30-year-old mother, was like, what's a sphere? Is that like a type of vase?
Oh, God.
And just like, my teacher was just kind of like, you know, taken aback by this comment of a 30-year-old woman not knowing what a sphere was. And she's like, well, it's like a
ball.
It's like these. And she grabbed some examples. And she was like, oh, you mean a ball?
Jesus.
And like, I'm just hoping that maybe she just misheard her and she thought she said fear, like as in like things you're afraid of, maybe. I don't know. That's not a vase either. But, just, you know, this woman has children who she's hopefully, you know, providing for.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Doesn't know what a sphere is. Oh my God. So yeah, that makes me lose faith a little bit. You know, the little faith I have left.
I don't have much experience with, like, I guess people either coming back to complete their degree, like older people that, you know, not the typical college age. I only had one like that, and it was just like sometimes I would see like her bring her kids in to like review sessions for like my kid class. Well, yeah, because I mean, because those are on the weekends, so I'm assuming the kids don't have something to be preoccupied with, and they were like, I'm gonna assume single-digit ages, like they weren't that old,
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't just leave them at home, or you, at least I don't think most
Yeah,
parents would.
no, I get it. I've never seen that before.
I feel like it would be stressful to deal with, but
yeah,
I'm not there yet.
You're not? No, I sure hope not. Austin. Jeez. There was the other class I'm in is photography, and there's a
photography.
Lady, photography, yes, that is precisely the term. And there's a lady in that class who's like nearing elderly, possibly. I would estimate she's like mid to late 60s, so maybe she is elderly.
Okay.
And this is a digital photography class where we are sitting in a computer lab full of Macs, and we need to take pictures with a camera using specific settings and then put them onto the computer and edit them. And she asks so many questions that if she wasn't in the class, we'd probably get almost twice as much stuff done as we do. I'm not exaggerating.
Oh, that reminds me of like a time,
insane.
I think in middle school, where Chilo asked so many questions. I didn't see this myself. I was told this by someone else.
And he always starts off with, "I have a question."
That the teacher limited him to like a certain number of questions every class period because he would just ask so many.
I know. He was in my math class in middle school.
I never had classes.
He raises his. He doesn't just interrupt the teacher and say, "I have a question." He raises his hand, and then the teacher says, "Yes, Chilo," and he goes, "I have a question."
That I can totally see it.
And halfway through the school year, the teacher was like, "Okay," and then just carried on.
I have a question. Okay.
Good for you. Anyways.
Congrats. Yeah. Would you like a medal?
Yeah. Oh, man.
I could see teachers getting annoyed with that.
No, I don't think they were annoyed. They were just
it gets to the point where it just keeps interrupting. You're like, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, and there's we're talking about this guy. No one knows who he is. It's not part of this. I have another funny story about him though. So it was middle school in history. And there was a substitute, right? And so frequently people mispronounce his name, right? They
Chilo?
pronounce it Chilo. Like whenever there's a substitute, they often
yeah.
pronounce it Chilo, right? And he goes, "It's Chilo," like just correcting him. And this time the substitute pronounced his name right. And
does he go, "It's Chilo"?
Yeah.
Like out of
he said it's they said Chilo, and he said it's Chilo, right? He flipped it up on him, right?
Wait, on purpose?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
And she was like, "Oh, okay," and she wrote that down, took note of it, right? And then later, she was like walking around. We were doing like group projects or something with our table, and the person sitting across from Chilo said Chilo, said his name properly, and the substitute was like, "Hey, don't make fun of me. It was an understandable mistake." And Chilo did not bail him out at all. He just like he just shrugged. It's like one of my few memories from middle school. I bet he doesn't even remember that, but it was amazing. I love telling that story. He just got someone else in trouble for lying about how his name was pronounced.
It's not as funny of a story, but I think I think you were here or you were there in sophomore year.
Is it math?
Math.
Yeah.
With Chaz, where we had a sub one day, and to me, I've just always known him as Chaz. I never thought about what his real name is. And and the substitute says Charlie, and I was like, who the hell is that? Yeah. I was like, oh.
You put it together.
Yeah, but it was just like everyone else seemed to be shocked too, just because the fact that it's like no one thinks of him as being named Charlie.
Yeah.
He's always been Chaz to everybody.
Yeah, I've never heard him called Charlie.
Yeah, and it was just like, huh?
It's a weird abbreviation for it, or a weird nickname for Charlie.
Yeah, so I've
Where
had
does
some.
the Z come from?
It's just like a nickname.
Okay.
I don't know.
But don't you think like his parents probably called him that or something? But
it's like, how do you get Bill from William?
Yeah.
Like.
Oh wait, no. I was about to say you ask him politely, but that's not the joke. No, it's
William, can I get the bill, please?
The actual joke
is how do you get Dick from Richard? But seriously, how do you?
I don't know.
That's okay. There are some other instances where I've seen some. Trevor has his head in his face, or his hands on his face right now.
All right, go on. Sorry.
Or some instances of people that go by their middle name, and I don't know that they go by their middle name. And then when I find out, like, or when a sub calls them by their first name, I'm like, who the hell is that? I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, that's your name? It's just because it's so weird because they never talk about it.
Yeah. You know what else is weird? Like going from Jack to John or John to Jack, right? Like, aren't nicknames supposed to be shorter than the actual nickname? Why have it just a different name? Right? Doesn't make any sense. It's like
Jackson.
Yeah, his name is John. He goes Jackson.
Yeah, it's like, hi, yeah, my name is John. Like, Jackson. Yeah, John. Yeah. Like, I don't get that. Or like Tom in their freshman year yearbook, he had Thomas, Tommy, Tom, and Timmy. He had 4 different names in the yearbook, and he was listed as 4 different people.
I'm pretty sure he also had Thomas, like without an H. I think there were 5.
I thought there were only 4. I could be wrong,
I don't know,
but
that was the point. Yeah, I think we also talked about that in this episode.
Yeah. Oh, and also the fact that he got an entire page in our rival high school's yearbook because we have a combined swim team, but he doesn't even go to their school. But a whole freaking page is just Tom swimming.
Yeah. Stupid. Oh. What else? What other good school stories are there?
I don't know.
I can't think of any.
Like high school stories?
It doesn't matter.
Some things I can't talk about.
Well, I mean, you could just be vague.
No, I just can't.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Well, if I can't think of any more story. There was a time, so like when Zach and I were in jazz band, we would stay after school, and sometimes when we had a concert, we would just stay at school like from 2:26 until like 7 p.m. Yeah. We would just be there hanging out with each other.
Like just in the practice room or something?
No, we were all over the school.
Oh, okay.
And one time we found an orange. I don't know why, but we thought it would be fun to just start throwing the orange around. And eventually I caught it in my hands when it was kind of mushed up, and it splashed onto my face. And I was like, okay, fuck this. So I took it, and we were like on the second floor, like ring balcony.
Yeah, there's like a balcony around a big mess hall in the middle.
Yeah, where our cafeteria
on
is.
The first floor.
And I just chucked it into the cafeteria and never saw it again.
Oh, really?
It just splat on the ground.
I'm sure Canada just cleaned it up.
I was like, I kind of feel like a dick, but I don't want to go downstairs and pick that up.
You know, I'm sure we have plenty of trash cans in
there. Yeah, but there's none around the balcony, are there?
Yeah.
Are there?
Yeah, there's like one. They're on the walls.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like the brown ones that are like hung on the wall.
I was an ass of a kid.
Yeah.
I'm still,
I mean, no, I didn't just instantly agree to that. I was just, yeah.
Yeah, we had some good times. Like, where I think we both had. I don't know if relationship problems or it was like we just both
good times. Yeah.
No, it was like we both had like gotten out of relationships and it was just bro bonding. You know?
And Zach.
Yeah. Where we would just do stupid shit.
I didn't quite. I'll be there in a few months. No, I mean at that time I would have been there in a few months.
Oh, I was like, well, I was very confused.
No, sorry, that didn't.
that didn't communicate properly.
I just meant I would eventually
get there. Yeah.
Look at these nice flowers on my computer screen. Springtime. It's summer. I should change this. We don't have nice flowers in the summer.
Yeah, make it in grass.
Make it grass. Yeah. There's some grass.
There we go.
That's a rice paddy, but it's close enough. Is this grass? No, it's not. Okay. There we go. Look at that.
Oh, you want to see
classic summer view.
You want to see my background? Oh,
yeah, let's see it. Is it Tinkerbell being spanked?
No.
Okay. Is that? Oh, it's just all the different.
It's a lot of just like albums. Yeah.
Are those his actual album covers? They're all his face.
Most of them have his face on it. Except one, which I couldn't figure out what it was for the longest time, and then I figured by process of elimination what it was.
Right.
But someone, I don't know if they hand painted or did what, but they basically made it look like paintings and drawings of all his album covers, well, I think it's all of his albums, his 2 Bobby Tarantino mixtapes, and then I think Young Sinatra Undeniable was the only one.
Aren't Young Sinatra albums?
Young Sinatra 4 is. He had other ones they made before.
I didn't realize that.
His first
I think
album,
Young Sinatra 4 is the only one I've actually listened through.
Okay, yeah.
In recent,
his first album was Under Pressure in 2014. No.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that was Logic. Ice-T and Queen. Oh, my bad.
I don't know the song. I don't listen to that. We still want to go in school stories or?
Whatever. We're just talking. Remember, this episode is the episode.
Yeah, that all the audio viewers can see what you just did there.
They'll know. They'll understand.
Yeah, they'll understand this by your silence.
Yeah, well, because they've seen the title. That's what I did.
We don't even know what the title's going to be.
No, it's The Man Shrugging.
Okay. So I just came across this on Twitter. TSM posted something.
Mm-hmm.
I just found it very unusual to see Myth and Samuel L. Jackson sitting next to each other for, I guess Samuel L. Jackson's in a new movie called Shaft.
Okay.
And it says, use Myth's custom Shaft movie link to snag your tickets. So can content creators make money off of movie tickets now? Are we moving away from video games?
Wait, what? It's a code? Like a discount code? What is it?
No. It's like a link. Like it's no, like when someone says like buy something through my link. Yeah, but it's specifically Myth. It doesn't say TSM.
Weird.
So I'm assuming TSM gets some profits, but Myth is I'm assuming he can make money off of people buying tickets for this movie, which is kind of weird.
Yeah. Jeez, that is kind of weird. Oh, you know what we can talk about? Have you kept up with E3 at all?
No, because every year, I feel like it's just the whole game gets hyped up and then it's a flop.
Yeah, I mean there wasn't really much that I was excited for. Honestly, maybe nothing that I was excited for. But they announced the new Xbox console, the next gen one.
Oh yeah,
you heard that, right?
It's Project
Xbox
Scarlet.
Project Scarlet.
Yeah. I don't know much else about it.
Yeah.
I heard about Halo Infinite.
All that really means to me is that I'm gonna have to drop a couple $100 at some point.
You might as well just sell your old Xbox at that point.
Probably, yeah. I mean, everyone's gonna be selling them. If I've sold it,
when's it supposed to come out? See, my only thought is that I'd rather switch to PC than I'd rather switch to PC than buy a new Xbox at that point.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like I would rather build a PC that I can upgrade and
holiday
change
2020
over time. Yeah,
is when it comes out.
It's a long ways away.
So a year and a half. Yeah. Oh well. Halo Infinite, they announced with it.
I don't think I saw much about that. What else was there? Oh, Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah, that was the one everyone was talking about.
Just because Keanu Reeves.
Honestly, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know
anything about it. I just know the thing of him being like, what was it? You are beautiful or something like that. I don't know. It was some gift.
No, I just mean I don't know how I feel about this whole trend of having A-list actors in video games, because there are so many voice actors that could do a far better job and
I saw
need the work.
Did you see Donkey's E3 recap video?
Yeah,
where he said, "Hey, look, they made the Fortnite skin into a person."
Yeah. I know that got at least one person mad.
Oh, so at least one person was like, actually?
He's not from Fortnite. Fortnite is from him. Something.
The skin, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah, that's got to get somebody riled up that just fucking got whooshed so hard.
What else? Borderlands 3. There was.
Oh my god! I am very willing to spend $100 on the Super Deluxe Edition for that game.
Crap, really? Okay.
I don't think you realize how much I love Borderlands. I played that game so much with Ryan. And then Ryan just told me yesterday that so it's you have a max level of 72, and then you have 8 OP levels. Mm-hmm. So essentially it's I want to say so the enemies are level 80, but the reason why the OP levels matter is because you get more you get points for skills on every time you level up, but you don't get any points for OP levels. So it caps out at I think 67 because you don't get any points to level 5. I think.
Yeah.
And Ryan said they increased the max level to 80, so now you get 2 more points, and they increased the OP levels to 10. So now it's like enemies will be 90, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, what does that mean?
It's like, just basically.
Does it just mean it's a longer time to level up?
Yeah, and also the new DLC released like a whole brand. So it's like there's weapon manufacturers, and there's like manufacturers that can make either weapons, shields, relics, grenades, what like not, and or stuff like that. And he said that there is a new manufacturer that makes like I think it's supposed to be everything. That's part of this new DLC, and one of the things like that people didn't like about Borderlands 2 was that assault rifles are essentially useless, and the character that I spent getting to the highest level was Axton, who's like the least viable character, but they gave him an assault rifle, or they put an assault rifle in this DLC that's supposed to be viable, and Ryan's like, Axton's actually viable now, so now you won't be useless when we're fighting.
Nice.
So I don't know. I'm just excited to play that game because I haven't played Borderlands 2 in a while, but the new DLC, man, that got me riled up. Yeah. Borderlands 3.
I've played both of the first games, the first 2 games, but I haven't owned them.
Okay, I've never really played Borderlands, but Borderlands 2, God, that game was so fun.
I played all the way through Borderlands, I think twice with someone else. I don't remember who.
I just think it's interesting because I'm normally not a person who has fun playing any sort of single player games, or I guess games where you fight PCs.
Yeah.
Or yeah, like I'm more multi. You're what?
That's mostly what I play.
Yeah, I mostly play multiplayer games. A lot of FPS games, like Halo, COD, Battlefield, were a lot of the main ones I would say. Right now, I've been playing a lot of Siege. Playing through the Halo campaign with Ryan. I tried City Skylines. It seemed fun like I thought it would be, but I just don't think I care to invest enough time to develop a city further enough. Like I feel like starting it up is kind of fun.
That would be.
But then once it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, I don't really want to keep developing.
That might be a fun game to record, but I don't think I'd really play.
I couldn't
just,
play
by
it long
myself.
term. I'm glad I got I'm glad I got to play it on Game Pass, so I didn't buy it and then be like, oh, this isn't like actually that fun, because that's what happened with what was that one Gearbox game that came out trying to compete with Overwatch? Battleborn.
Oh.
I bought that because I thought like, oh, this looks cool, and then I got Overwatch and I was like, okay, goodbye Battleborn. And I just don't play it, and like I'm just kind of sad that I don't know that I thought the game would be fun. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's
not worth the purchase.
I wouldn't say so. I just think it was a really dumb decision to try and actually think they could compete with Overwatch.
Yeah.
Like it was just they should have if they would have released it like a couple months earlier or later, I think they would have been okay.
What about Paladins?
Never touched that.
Trevor K played that for a while.
I've never touched that.
I don't know why. Looked like it looked awful.
Yeah, the graphics looked low.
It just looked really unbalanced and dumb.
Wasn't it basically just like Overwatch?
It was exactly like Overwatch.
Did it come out before or after?
After.
Okay.
They literally just copied Overwatch.
Yeah,
like the characters are.
Oh yeah, like there's like the big German guy with a shield.
Yeah,
I've seen some of the character comparisons.
Have you seen the Donkey video of it? Because that one's really good.
Possibly.
It's one of my favorite videos he's ever made. We'll have to watch that afterwards. Let me see what else jumps out here. Apex Legends Season 2, don't care.
I don't care about it.
There was a sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest, which I thought was a really good game. It's a platformer puzzle game that was on the Battle Pass. Not the Battle Pass. The what's it called?
Game Pass. The Battle Pass.
Sorry, I was still on the Apex thing.
Is there a Battle Pass in that game?
There is, yeah.
Oh, did you hear about Modern Warfare?
No.
Remastered or whatever? COD Modern Warfare? They said there's going to be no Battle Pass or like whatever that kind of thing is. And all DLC, or no, it's no season pass, and all DLC is going to be free.
Okay.
So there's probably still going to be microtransactions.
Yeah.
But at least DLC would be free.
Let's see what else. Bunch of Final Fantasy stuff for people who
never touched that
I don't know how you can keep up with all that. There's like how many games? This is Final Fantasy 14 is being announced. It's crazy.
It's just because on the note of like long series, in that the new Black Mirror season, there was the video game
series?
episode. No. It's because the video game that they play, where it's kind of like Mortal Kombat.
It was like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, and it was like they played the first game, and then it said 11 years later, and it was like X, and Ryan was like, "Oh, they're already behind." So it's 11 years, and they're on 10.
Because if they're imitating Mortal Kombat 11 just came out. Also, I watched like a video with all the fatalities in that game. It's so messed up.
I've never been one to get into fighting games. Like I tried Injustice.
Have you seen like the fatalities though?
I know some of them where I think isn't there one guy that has like a hat that has a chainsaw blade or something like that, and he like cuts people in half or something.
I can't remember his name. He's one of the few characters I don't remember.
I don't know. I think the only character I know is like called Sub-Zero. I don't play Mortal Kombat at all. I don't play fighting games.
Yeah. I tried to watch a video the other day explaining like the full like storyline of the games, and it is just the most conceited, like stupid storyline I've ever heard. Like they just kill off characters and bring them back like willy nilly for no reason for Mortal Kombat.
There's a story to that?
Yeah.
Is there? Wait, what?
Yeah, there's like a story mode for each game. Yeah.
They had that for Injustice too. I was like, why do you need a story mode for a 1v1 fighting game?
Mm-hmm. Rainbow Six Quarantine.
Oh, that's the new update.
That's an update to Siege?
Wait, no. The new update is Phantom Sight.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot.
This is a whole new game.
Oh, yes, yeah, now I remember.
3-player tactical cooperative first-person shooter.
I think it was around like Halloween sometime. I don't know what it was because I wasn't playing Siege at the time that update came out, where they basically had like a separate game mode. It was basically like, I guess, their version of zombies. And they apparently had a lot of surveys of asking people about like, would you like this as its own game? Would you pay money for it and whatnot? So, because they probably put a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I think I watched a Matimio video where he said that the devs spent like a year making that. So they probably want to put some more into it rather than just like throw it away. So I'm assuming that's why it's going to become its own game.
Okay. Cool.
I will probably never play it or buy it because it didn't interest me in the first place. But.
Oh, okay. There's Doom Eternal. We've got some nice background footage for commentary channels on YouTube.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Leafy here.
Exactly. I think Leafy is still making videos, actually.
No
way. I'm pretty sure he is.
I don't even know what happened to the guy.
He got wrecked by iDubbbz.
Is that really what happened, man?
Yeah.
Leafy is here.
Yeah, because iDubbbz made a content cop about Keemstar, and Leafy was like, "Yeah, screw you, Keemstar."
He hasn't posted in a year.
And then,
oh my god! Well, hold on. 1, 2,
what?
3, 4. Just like 4 videos already. Like here, just look like.
Oh, he hasn't posted in a year.
No. I'm saying like 4 or 5 of these videos, just like what I can see off of it when I click in his video tab, just like boobs or like.
Yeah.
Hot girls like just on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that seems to be oh my god, yeah, that's like a very common theme on this video.
And he got desperate.
Oh, holy shit! It's like putting Jake Paul in the dude. There's a lot of Jake Paul.
How many views is he getting?
3.7 million, 1 million, 3.3.
How old are those?
So these are all from a year ago, and then after that it drops off to like 100,000.
Yeah. Then
there's like 1.5 here. Oh, where I've been instead of making videos, of course, that's going to get more views.
Mm-hmm.
I never understood the point. I know I watched some of his videos back. I don't know why. It's just.
He was just
I don't understand. Like, what's the point of his channel? What does he do?
He just makes fun of dumb people, basically. Yeah, I don't know. It was just like a time on YouTube where everything was all about drama.
Yeah. I should also add, I've never watched iDubbbz really before. So.
Yeah, me neither. I watched his content comps because they're all very in depth.
What is the point of those? Like,
basically just to end someone's career.
Right.
He just makes like an in depth like 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 methodical roast of a YouTube channel or a person.
Okay.
Just tears them apart.
What about you?
Gears 5, the Gears of War scene. It'll be reinvigorated.
I don't play Gears at all.
I know. I just we talked about that the other day.
Yeah, I remember Ryan was like,
surprising
what?
to me.
I mean, there's probably a professional scene, no matter how small, for most games that can have any sort of competitiveness to them.
I get it. I'm just surprised it had so many big names in it. You know,
like Optic, Rise, Denial, Echo Fox.
Exactly.
Didn't Denial have a lot of shit going on with them?
I don't even know who it is. I've never heard of Denial.
Really?
Yeah. No, they don't have a league team, so that's about all I know.
So you've heard of FlyQuest?
Yeah.
I didn't know who they were until I'm like, oh,
Fly is an old league team. They had what was his name? I don't remember his name. What?
Weren't there a lot of like old Cloud9 players that played for FlyQuest?
I don't know.
I thought they had like Balls and Elimination at one point.
Oh yeah.
I could be wrong. I don't really stay up to the date with League. Yeah, no.
That's about all that jumps out for me here on this E3 list. There was Life is Strange 2. That'll be cool to watch on YouTube. Luigi's Mansion 3. They're doing a sequel to Breath of the Wild. So that'll be interesting. I bet it's not going to do very well. Just because Breath of the Wild was so good.
Let's give it some initial sales hype.
Yeah, I mean, I think the expectations are going to be really high, and it's going to be like about as good as Breath of the Wild, which is an accomplishment, but it's not going to like. I don't think it's going to break the gaming scene for like half a year, like Breath of the Wild did. You know, new Animal Crossing game, yeah. I don't know. I never played any of those. I think I own one for GameCube.
Why would you be so hyped about
that? I don't know.
Just play that on your phone for free.
I feel like that's like a really relaxing game though, isn't it? Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
you just like pick weeds and stuff.
Oh wait, hold on. Dude, that's what I think of as Minecraft, right?
You just pick weeds in Minecraft.
No, the relaxing game. Hold on.
Yeah.
I was talking to Brianna. She was talking about playing she was talking about playing Minecraft with her sister. And I remember her saying something about how she always plays on or at least when she would play when she was younger, she would always play on peaceful because if she saw like any mobs, she would get scared and scream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think
I mean I was definitely like that when I first started playing.
Dude, I'm just telling you, I get freaked out because the sound of running on grass to me, I think, makes a similar noise to the creeper.
It sounds like a creeper, yeah.
And I just every time especially at night, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I remember when they first like changed the sound. Like it didn't used to sound like that, and then.
Oh yeah, when they made it actually sound like an actual like explosion or something.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what the old sound was.
There's also something called Minecraft Dungeons, which is an action adventure game. Where it's like a kind of top-down, like 3/4 top-down thing where you fight enemies. It's up to
3/4 top-down.
Like it's not looking straight down. It's like kind of looking down at an angle. You know, I don't know if that's the actual term.
I feel like that's called top-down.
Yeah, see here, it looks. You can see that it's like it's pretty much top-down.
That's kind of like how
It looks kind of cool, but I bet it's not
like Halo Wars is played at. I can't think of other. Maybe StarCraft is like that too.
Yeah. League, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's top down. We'll just call it.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Speaking of which, so we're going to Zach's next weekend, and I found this game.
Wait, what? I've forgotten so many things. Is it an event?
Yeah.
Okay, I probably said yes.
It was like a week ago. He put it up. But anyways, I found this game, and it looks so fun. It's called Crawl. And it came out, I think, 2017, and it just blew under the radar completely. And luckily, I came across a random YouTube video where someone was talking about like underrated games, and it is a local co-op game where, so you know how there's games where like you just play and you go like through a dungeon and kill enemies, right? And like if you die, you go back to the beginning.
Yeah.
So it's that, except it's up to 4 players.
Oh.
And at the very beginning, all 4 players fight each other. This game is called Crawl, by the way. All 4 players fight each other. The last person alive becomes the person who goes through the dungeon, and the other 3 people become ghosts, and they can activate traps and take over monsters and stuff, and try to fight the one person who's alive.
Interesting.
And whoever kills the person who's alive then becomes alive, and you go through the whole dungeon until you get to the final boss. And whoever kills the final boss wins.
When you get to the final boss, like what happens then?
Whoever's alive gets a chance to fight it, and the other people control the boss. Like there's like a Hydra with 3 heads. Each person controls a head. There's different bosses. And if you lose, then the next person becomes. Does I think there's maybe like scoring or something.
Does the boss like health reset?
Yeah. You just each person has like an attempt or 2.
Okay.
And then if no one wins, the person who started out alive last time becomes alive for the next run. I think it would be really fun for like just a local game to play. So I'm excited for that.
That reminds me, we need to do another scary game night or something like that.
Yeah, we're doing that soon, right?
I haven't scheduled it, have I?
But we're planning on it. What was it? What game was it again?
Alien Isolation.
That's just on the Game Pass?
Yeah. Ryan wanted. Because it's basically where Ryan plays a scary game and we all just watch it.
We might record it, right? Was that?
Yeah,
is that
possibly.
the idea?
Possibly.
That could. So, that's another thing we should
a
talk about.
Video cam to record us.
Well, yeah. I mean, we have a camera.
Yeah.
But we don't have. I mean, I have a game capture card we can use to record the gameplay too.
Well, I'm saying I could do that.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be easy, right? We just have like a camera looking at us, and then we'll have like footage being recorded, and we'll have that in the bottom corner or something.
Yeah.
Right. I think that'd be fun.
Let's watch.
But anyways, the other thing we need to talk about, because we talked about this last time after we recorded with Trevor K. Maybe it was even during the podcast, how we might combine everything onto one channel.
I don't think this is during the podcast.
Okay.
But the possibility of combining.
So I shouted out Nois Bois Gaming a couple episodes ago, and nothing's been uploaded yet. I don't know if it's going to happen this summer, just because we need to figure out what we're doing. But if it does happen, it might just end up being uploaded right here on this channel. Same with Trevor K's vlogs. He might move them here. And same with the music channel. We might move that stuff here. I think Tom wants to keep his own channel, but we have like a playlist of his videos on this channel too now. So if you go to the homepage, you can see all of his videos listed there. So that could be cool. I will update again if we figure out exactly what we're doing. I think that's probably what's going to happen. So it might be a little bit of like rebranding or organization or whatever, but we'll figure it out. So that could be cool.
Yeah, all the Nois Bois in one place.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? Because this isn't Nois Bois Podcast.
Yeah,
the YouTube
it's just
channel.
called
It's called Nois Bois, which is just our group of friends.
It's weird. It's just sad to see the other name go, but...
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, Squad Plus Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one. Mostly because it was my idea.
Yeah. Well, this was... Well, I guess this was Bailey's.
This wasn't even any of our ideas. If anything, it's the closest because he was my college friend.
Right, yeah.
But
You still had a hand in it. It was your suggestion to call the podcast that.
It was also my suggestion to call us this name, but I didn't think anyone would actually take me seriously.
Yeah. I mean, I think everyone was ready for it because we were just like...
Also, Squad Plus Luke doesn't sound very professional.
Yeah, and there's not really a good way to brand that.
Yeah.
Like, what happens if Luke becomes like a drug dealer and gets arrested 20 years down the line?
We find a new Luke.
Find a replacement Luke. Or he can just be like a martyr. I don't know. Oh, man.
Do we even have like do we have an official roster?
An official of our friend group?
Yeah. Well, because
kinda.
Not everyone's
Look who's in the group chat.
No, not everyone's always in the group chat.
That's true.
Also, not everyone
maybe
uses
there's a hierarchy.
I'm at the top. I own the group. I have the power to do anything to anybody.
I could start on my own group and just have everyone else join. And then I will usurp you.
Oh, okay, you're gonna be petty like that?
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Although I do have the power to edit this video. And do whatever I want.
Can't have the power to kick you out of our group chat.
Yeah. Look at this horrible picture of Austin. No, I'm just kidding.
The one you showed me.
I'll just edit it and make it.
Hey, look at this horrible picture of Trevor.
Hey, no. See that? It says "fuck you, Austin."
Oh shit.
Screen. I think that's the second podcast I've done that in now.
Have you actually edited that in?
No, I started that this morning.
Oh, okay.
All I did was just add the intro and the outro, though. There's Adam with his Instagram memes again.
I think that's all he does.
Yeah.
I at least have the decency to crop them.
I like these memes that Zach keeps posting recently. Just like they don't make any sense. I don't know.
I don't know where he gets memes from. They have to be from Instagram because that's the only like social media platform he really uses.
He has like a website that he uses. It's just like a shitty memes .ninja or something. Dot fart. Like
teamninja.co.
Oh my god.
Or .com. I don't know what it is.
Oh, so bad. Jesus. We've been talking for a while already.
We haven't had a theme.
Yeah.
Just
Remember, it's just
No, it's just
title.
No noise. You can't make any noise.
You're right.
Otherwise, it gives away too much.
Here it is. All right, cool.
Was I supposed to respond to that?
No, I don't know.
I would talk about sports, but you're not really into sports.
Go for it, dude. I've got ears. Can you just absorb information?
Toronto Raptors won the NBA Finals last night.
No way, yeah.
The first time you don't care at all.
Are they what team?
They're the only basketball.
Okay.
They're the only team in Canada in the NBA. The first time I believe the Raptors have won the.
They're the only Canadian basketball team.
Yeah, there's not a lot of. I think the NFL has none. The NBA has one. The MLB has one, and the NHL has probably got like 5 or 6 up there. But it makes sense because Canadians are more into hockey than those other sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, they beat the Warriors in 6 games. I think America's happy about that because people are tired of the Warriors they're tired of the Warriors winning all the time. I think it's interesting because Kawhi Leonard, who plays for the Raptors, so they beat the Warriors and stopped them from three-peating. And back when he was a rookie, when he was on the Spurs, he beat the Heat and stopped them from three-peating. So people are calling him the three-peat buster because he's basically stopped I don't know if dynasties are the right word, but he's been the MVP.
Biscuit says hi.
Yeah, I can hear. I don't know what's going on up there. But yeah, that was sports news. The St. Louis Blues won the NHL Stanley Cup, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Beat the Bruins. Once again, America's probably happy about that. People don't like Boston.
Yeah.
People are tired of Boston winning everything. Also, it was the Blues' first championship or the first Stanley Cup. So yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
To watch.
I like how in sports there's just like a constant stream of records being broken because they just come up with so many different records that it's like even though we've had
you'd think you'd seen it all.
We've had baseball for a century or more.
Probably more than that. We're like organized baseball at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just keep getting broken. I think that's interesting. How it's like people don't get bored of it,
Yeah, well, even not just broken, but like just seeing insane performances.
Yeah.
That might not be record breaking, but just like a way above the norm.
Yeah, definitely. That's cool. We got like an easier way to find better players nowadays because of technology,
and also just access to watching things.
Yeah,
like because I'm a fan of teams that aren't anywhere near where we live, so I can't watch them on local TV.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like there are ways for me to watch and catch up on things that have happened that I don't necessarily get to see, which is pretty cool. Just like I don't know, technology is cool. That's it.
Yep, I give it
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
Technology.
Technology. And one of these.
Sorry, wait. What was that? The audience couldn't hear you.
It was the one.
Yeah, that one. Okay.
Yeah, it was a shrug.
I fucking hate us.
Me too. Always have.
Always have. Yeah.
Yep. Anything else? What else? I can't. I got nothing, dude.
I misread this thing as it says. I think this is an Overwatch League team, the Chengdu Hunters. There was a Twitter video and I had the play button above it, and I just saw CH, and for some reason I thought Chernobyl or like. And I was very confused. I don't know why I mentioned that, but that's about all I got.
Nice.
Not much else. Just I don't see much else on Twitter to talk about.
Yeah, what do we got on in the news world?
I don't know. Looks like
There was
100T is adding a lot of people to their content creation team.
Oh really? Like
Yeah, they
anyone big that I'd know?
you ever heard of Avalanche?
No.
I don't know.
I
They
haven't.
signed like this group of 4 people called the Mob. I think. I'm not sure what else um about them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They've got their vlogs and whatnot. Fucking good morning, y'all.
Yeah, they're on a grind.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. The Mob agrees a group of 4 content creators. Avalanche Frost. Is it supposed to be Frosty? It's I don't know. Mako or Classify.
Whoa.
What?
Nothing. I just found. Go on.
Um. Yeah, and it says they're gonna move to LA. So there's just 4 more content creators.
Yeah. R/esports. California starts investigation into gender discrimination in Riot Games.
What the hell is that?
Yeah. So this is like a story that was developing. I think this was on. I think the Score did a video on this.
Score esports.
Yeah, Score Esports, of course.
Important.
We're talking about video games here, so. But yeah, so like, there was a woman. I don't remember her name. I don't remember what she did at Riot, but she organized like a walkout for Riot employees because of like gender discrimination. One of the higher ups, I think the COO being like kind of creepy. And
I saw something about a walkout in Riot, but I didn't
Yeah,
look any further.
that's what it was about.
It was a meme, so I didn't. I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what it was about. It's about gender discrimination. And now apparently California, like the state of California, is like looking into their company. So that's pretty big. I'm not surprised. I can't say, but
why?
They have a history.
They do.
That's all, yeah.
With
do.
what?
I mean, they're just not a very good company. They had an issue. What was the guy's name? Pendragon, I think. He was like I think he was one of the founders of the company, and there was some kind of issue with him. I don't remember what it was, but that was one of like their earlier controversies, and now this gender discrimination thing.
Interesting.
What does this say? So Kotaku did an investigation in 2018 and claimed there was gross misconduct from high-ranking employees, unequal pay, sexual harassment, sexual assault,
and harassment,
gender discrimination, specifically in selection and promotion. It's like there's a lot of male employees who are higher up or in like bigger positions.
Okay, but not that I'm defending anybody, but doesn't it seem realistic, at least in the esports scene, that most people would be male?
Well, no,
I'm not saying like, oh, this is false or anything.
No, I get what you're saying. I mean that is true, and I think they understand that. But there are some women who like want to be in like, on camera or whatever, that don't like kind of get ignored. I think was the claim, that a lot of the times they just kind of like go for, like, they prioritize having male employee. I don't know. I mean, again, this is like a he said she said thing, so it's not reliable. But now there's like official, like, government action being investigated. So that's interesting. This will be a developing story, I'm sure. I'll link the article that I'm looking at.
Talk about it in our next esports podcast.
Yeah.
Also, side note, why is their name Riot Games when they've only made one game? Is
that true? They only made one game?
Isn't League the only game they made? I just remember seeing a video that said Riot Games, they're a title or company name that would make you think that they've made more than just League of Legends. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like the Honest Game trailers.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. I don't think that's true. I kind of feel like they've probably got some crappy, like, other games. League of Legends, Mechs versus Minions.
That sounds like a League spinoff.
Yeah, that
sounds exactly like a League spinoff.
It's a cooperative board game.
Oh my god. So they haven't made.
So yeah, you are right. They have only developed one game. They've developed mini games for League.
But they haven't developed actual multiple video games.
Yeah, like they have 4 arcade games that are League based, and th've got a shoot 'em up and a sports game, but they're all like League. related.
A league sports game. How the hell?
Super Zack Ball.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I have no idea, dude.
Just imagine kicking around that giant glob.
Yeah. Oh.
That sounds awful. How do you? Okay, I'm not gonna ask questions. Just forget I said anything.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Right. I don't think I have much else to say.
Yeah, me neither. I think we can wrap this episode up.
Okay.
So this has been the episode, quintessential Nois Bois podcast episode. People will come back to this one for years. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for listening, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.